Hey, hello everyone. Hope everyone is having a good evening or a good morning wherever they are. Welcome to the Torah channel. My name is Nathan and I am from the Torah community. First off, just to get things kicked off, we wanted to start with some really good news. We are pleased to inform you all that Torah's global vortex nodes has broken through 43,000. We decided to increase the number of activation keys for the text vortex nodes from 1 to 10 RVP from September 21st, California time. And also we wanted to announce that Torah Testnet has included both Japanese and Korean nodes. So with that, all of the activated nodes are still valid. And Torah, in building a community or in building a truly distributed, decentralized storage application after IPFS, will release the application layer of Torah distributed encrypted cloud disk after the mainnet launch, which will be the first step in defending our private storage with blockchain technology. After that, the team will continue to upgrade and optimize the Torah network. So please make sure to follow us on Twitter to learn more about the recent achievements and ongoing events. And together we'll work on caring for the environment, and we can turn this into a greener world, dedicate ourselves to carbon neutrality, and overall contribute to global climate neutrality or climate normalization. So with that, we wanted to jump in a little bit more into the test steps for testing out the platform. So within the testing framework, there's a few different steps that we're going to be going through. And the first and primary one is how to run a Torah node and earn RVP. So as we head towards the Torah Test Network launch, we focused on our technology and to make sure that this network will expand and work efficiently across the globe. So we're pushing hard to move this decentralized network to push it to the next level. Why should you join this network? Because number one, you'll profit by setting up a node to offer up your spare storage to the network. Currently, we are running Torah on the testnet, and you can only earn RVP tokens. But once we switch over to the mainnet, you will receive proportional RVP of the airdrop. First, I actually skipped over a little bit of the basic knowledge that I wanted to run through first, so I'll come back to that afterwards. Welcome to Torah's world. Before we begin, let's just take a quick tour of Torah. So Torah is the world's first decentralized POC storage ecosystem for distributed energy management. The passes for the on-chain transactions, called Vortex Protocol, or VP for short, are tokens based on Ethereum's ERC20 standard. 102,400,000 VPs will be circulated in total, with 2.4 million reserved for space-time competition awards for public network testing, 90 million incentive layer awards for mainnet, and the remaining 10 million pieces are going to be allocated according to the plans laid out in the white paper. Now that you're here as an early network participant, let's turn our attention to the upcoming testnet activities and discuss how you can win your share of 2.4 million VP rewards. The testnet will use the Rinkeby network and provide a total of 100,000 test tokens, otherwise known as Rinkeby Vortex Protocol or RVP. During the event, 100,000 RVP will be divided into 20 sections and distributed to the community for free with a daily limit of 5,000 tokens. The RVP will only be used for the activation of mining nodes on the testnet. And one RVP can be obtained for each node address, with each node only activatable once. Start your device using RVP and use our RVP application to begin earning rewards through the testnet incentive layer. Once the deadline is reached, we will take a snapshot of the rewards across all the nodes and map 2.4 million mainnet VPs in proportion to the output of RVPs, with each qualifying device node receiving the equivalent RVP rewards. Public test network activities will last for approximately 35 days, mainly to verify the following parameters. First, each RVP can activate one equipment node, and this RVP will be used as the key for each node to obtain mining rewards. You will receive Torah incentive layer rewards after providing stable and effective storage space and stable data interaction among nodes. The incentive rewards obtained are limited to 5 days, or total balance minus 1 RVP times 20%, can be received unlimited times, and the restriction will be lifted after 5 days. For example, the token rewards obtained could be within 5 days, you can withdraw 20% of total RVP each time that you withdraw, and there is no limit to the number of times during the 5-day period. Though from the 6th day started, you can withdraw the rewards at 100% of the balance, and you're no longer limited to a 20% cap. Though note that the above parameters are not eligible for the mainnet. Next, let's get you set up on our test network. So first, we suggest the following specific specifications on your hardware to participate: E5 and multiple CPUs, at least 128 gigabytes of memory, 250 gigabytes of system hard drive, 4 terabytes of data, 4 terabyte data hard drives in the early stage, and you'll want to scale up in the later stage. 10 megabytes of bandwidth, and Windows or Linux operating systems. Next, you'll want to boot up your device, navigate to the official website of Torah, which is www.torah.inc. Find the GitHub open source address and download the installation files and node deployment instructions for Torah Vortex's protocol program. Finally, install the application to deploy the Torah Vortex protocol on your system according to the instructions. And at this point, congratulations, you can now begin earning incentive rewards. Finally, please note this problem that activated nodes require you to provide stable and efficient storage space so that all node data can interact properly. And if you provide nodes that are unstable, you may lose your activated RVP. The tour of our space-time competition will now be concluding, and we thank you for your participation. With that, we wanted to jump in a couple of explanations in terms of the steps for testing out the Torah network. And going back to what I was discussing before is first how to run a Torah node and earn RVP. So as we head towards the Torah Test Network launch, we're dedicated to making sure that this network expands efficiently across the globe. And we hope that you are interested in joining our network because you'll be able to earn profit by setting up a node and offering your storage and providing to the network. So first, in order to test, as we switched, but the moment we switched to the mainnet, so in order to test the Torah program, first you'll want to jump into your browser and head over to github.com/TorahServe. And through that web page, you can download the Torah mining program and the corresponding documentation. Next, you're going to want to double click to install and follow the downloading instructions. Click on the setup menu and fill in relevant data. And then under location, select where the node's data will save. You're going to want to fill in the number of nodes needed to be deployed to generate. Then you'll want to create a strong password to access your nodes. And then you'll want to find your node setup link, which is at github.com/TorahServe/boot node. Copy the link for your location that you're put in and paste that as boot node. After that, you're going to want to go to www.infura, which is infura.io, and then you'll want to register an account and log in. Once you get started, you can create your first project to access the Ethereum network. Then we're going to create a swap endpoint. In creating a swap endpoint, you'll want to first name your swap endpoint, and then under keys, you'll select the Rinkeby network and copy the node link to fill in the swap endpoint. After completing the reelection, click Create to save the settings. Starting the nodes and then select Setup and Run Node, then you'll want to wait for the nodes to generate automatically. Lastly, you'll want to activate the node, click Setup to run active node. Click Refresh and wait for the node data completion. Next, you'll want to copy the node address into the contract address to recharge 1 RETH as gas and 1 RVP. If there's an error, close all black windows, reopen the software, and repeat all of the steps. And then, so that's in order to set up your swap endpoint. And then next, we're going to want to jump into receiving your RVP or claiming your RVP. In order to do that, the first thing that you're going to want to do is open your MetaMask wallet. So first you'll open your browser and then type in metamask.io. That will open your MetaMask wallet. Then you will select the RETH network at the top and make sure that there is an RETH balance in the address. RETH is a gas, is used for gas fees, which you can claim them here for free. Next, you'll want to, in your browser, open space.torah.inc and go to the receive page and click receive. Next, in MetaMask Connect Torah page, click confirm to proceed the data synchronization to complete the claiming of the RVP. And please note, to ensure that users have fair participation, each vortex node address is limited to one RVP at a time. The claiming period will be officially listed. Otherwise, new addresses will be invalid until reopening the next claiming period. So just a recap of that, in order to claim your RVP, you're going to want to use your MetaMask wallet and visit the space.torah.inc webpage and go through there to receive your RVP. The next step in the testing phase is getting free RETH through the web page. So in order to do that, the first thing you'll want to do is use a browser such as Google Chrome, Firefox, Brave, Microsoft, or others to open your MetaMask wallet at metamask.io. And if you don't have a MetaMask wallet, you'll want to install a MetaMask wallet. And to do that, you'll create your wallet according to the prompt. And once you have this open, you'll want to select the RETH network and copy your wallet collection address, which is at the top. Then you'll want to enter your wallet address through the browser and retweet the below tweet. And then you're going to want to replace the digits below with your copied wallet address to receive RETH. And copy the URL of Twitter. For example, if it is this URL shown here, you're going to want to copy that and input that into the blank bar, select the collection time after submission. After that, you'll need to wait a few minutes to receive your RETH, and you'll want to check your wallet to confirm that you receive it. If not received, please repeat the above steps in order to ensure that you collect them. So after receiving your RETH, the next step is claiming the RVP. So the first step in doing that is opening your MetaMask wallet with any browser will work. Select RETH network and make sure that the RETH balance in the address, so which you will use to claim or in order to pay your gas fees. In the MetaMask, then you'll want to open space.torah.inc and go to the receival page, click receive, and then go back to your MetaMask in order to confirm to proceed the data synchronization to complete claiming the RVP. And then the last step within the process is exporting the private key for Vortex nodes and importing into MetaMask. In order to do that, first select Tools and click Export Key. Following that, you'll want to find your keys in the directory within the deployed Vortex node folder. Following that, you'll want to enter the password that you set up when deploying the Vortex node. Click the export key to display the private key of the Vortex node, and then you can copy that private key. Next, you'll want to return to your MetaMask wallet and open your MetaMask wallet and select import account, and you'll want to paste that private key. So that will complete your testing steps and should take you from number one to setting up the RVP, claiming the RVP, and then using that to set up your Vortex node.